record on this very good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Prashant Tiwari. Today we will discuss about pharmacology. What is pharmacology and their importance? So, as you know that pharmacology is basically deals with pharma means drug and logi means study. So it's all about study of drugs. So as you know that nowadays we deals with several disease and disorders, and to cure these disease and disorders we need an appropriate drug substance so that it can heal the disease, or if any wounds are there so it can heal easily. So it is basically involves two things. Pharmacology involves two things, that is pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics. So pharmacokinetic means movement of drugs. It involves four things, that is absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion. So how drugs are moving into the body, how it is getting absorbed from the tissue, then drugs will get distributed from a tissue, then metabolism will be there, that is a biotransformation. Then drug will ultimately reach into the systemic circulation to show their desired response or to show the pharmacological response. Now, as you know that when any drug substance enter into the body, so it will cause physiological changes, and physiological changes means it will show desired response or pharmacological response, or there will be changes in a biochemical process. So for example, if any neuromodulatory drug will be given or anti-inflammatory drug will be given, so in case of anti-inflammatory, so it will reduce the inflammation, it will reduce the swelling. So that means any chemical substance when it enters into the body, it will produce a pharmacological response. And pharmacodynamics. Pharmacodynamic deals with mechanism of action of drug substance. That means how drugs are working, how what is the mechanism of drug, to which site it is blocking, to which receptor it is acting. Therefore, drug is producing an appropriate pharmacological action. So in drug substance, as you know that there are two categories of drug substance we can consider. That is a prescription drug as well as OTC drug. So prescription drug means we need a prescription from a physician so when we can get. So suppose if we are having any medical complication of or any discomfort, so in that case we need to consult with a doctor, and based on the examination, doctor will prescribe a particular drug for a patient. So that means, as you can see over the screen, prescription drugs are used under only medical supervision and dispensed by the medical practitioner only. So that means a drug substance will be prescribed by a doctor or physician, and that you have to show the prescription to the pharmacist, and pharmacist will dispense the drug. And there are OTC drugs also. So that means over the counter, we do not need any prescription. We do not need any consultation. Over the counter, you can take it. That means directly you can buy the drug from the medical store, from the by the pharmacist. That means can be sold over the counter without prescription. So these are the categories of drug. Now there are some division of the pharmacology. So like pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, pharmacotherapeutics, clinical pharmacology, toxicology, etc. So pharmacokinetics, as you I've rightly told you that it deals with kinetic, means movement of drug, and movement of drug substance into the body will be done by the four mechanism, that is absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. That means how body respond to the drug. Kinetic means how body respond to the drug. Now coming to the dynamics. So dynamics means mechanism of actions. In that case, how drug respond to the body, right? When drug substance enters into the system, body, when interact with a tissue, so when it will release into the blood stream, so what will be the mechanism? How drug respond towards the body? So its mechanism of action and relation between its plasma concentration in response to duration of action, that what the drug does to the body, that is very important. Now coming to the pharmacotherapeutics. So in pharmacotherapeutics, it deals with a clinical application of pharmacodynamics and pharmacokinetics. That means we can say that basically there are the clinical trial, four phases are that, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So here we can check the safety efficacy profile of the drug to cure the particular disease. And in addition to that, clinical pharmacology also deals with a comparative clinical evaluation of new drug substance to show the therapeutic efficacy and safety. So if any drug substance has been designed for a particular disease, and if we do not know their adverse event, their safety and efficacy, that means drug need to be tested. That drug should undergo with a clinical trial. So there are clinical trial, that means healthy volunteers will be selected for for the conductance of trial, and here that drug will be showing a particular response. Now coming to the toxicology, it is also a branches of pharmacology. Toxicology means, that means we need to study the toxic profile of the drug substance. What is the toxicity? What is the toxic value of the drug substance? At which dose drug will cause a toxicity? So basically, it deals with a poisonous substance. That means the effect of various chemical, and also with symptoms treated with a poisoning substance, that we need to be taken care while we are studying the drug substance into the area of toxicology. Then chemotherapy, these are basically used in for a cancer, for a TB. So that means These are if there any malignancy drug with selective toxicity with an infecting organism that are dealing with chemotherapy. Then pharmacogenetics are also there. So genetic means that can act in a particular genes, or we can, or a drug can modulate a gene mediated response. So it deals with the study of inherent single gene mediated drug substance metabolic responses in human pharmacogenomics. So pharmacogenomic means the drug substance deals with a genetic makeup. That means it can modulate the gene of an individual or in particular patient. What drug therapy has been given. So pharmacoepidemiology is also in that plays a very vital role. So pharmacoepidemiology means if, it is a basically pharmaco epidemiology when study of effect of drug into a large population of established, that is a benefit ratio of drug, how many people getting benefited from particular drug substance. So pharmacovigilance is also very emerging area of pharmacology. Pharmacovigilance deals with basically efficacy of drug substance. So that means safety profile has been over in phase 1 and phase 2. Now coming into the phase 3. So that basically deals with efficacy of drug, how much drug is how drug is effective. That is very important. That is a continuous monitoring of unwanted effect. So if any in long-term or persistent administration, if any drug substance causing any side effect, that means we have to observe, we have to continuously keep these keep observe the changes, what changes are may be done due to the drug substance. If there is any unwanted effect, any adverse effect are there, then we have to immediately note down these adverse events. So before launching the drug substance into the market, all the vital parameters will be taken here during the pharmacovigilance study. So that is ultimately deals with the efficacy of the drug substance. So there are that means we need to understand the sources of information after where drug can be obtained. So there are different source of information, that means where we can collect this information, like the drug compendia there, that is pharmacophore formulation, non-official materials are also there. So these are the basically two things, that is a pharmacopoeia and formulary are there. So like British pharmacopoeia, US pharmacopoeia, Indian pharmacopoeia are there. So they basically provide the information of the drug substance. That is also very important while we are studying the pharmacology viewpoints. So there are certain things which we need to taken care. So here we have discussed about the basic concepts of the pharmacology, what are the drug substance, what are the different branches of pharmacology that we have considered. So that's it for the day. Tomorrow we will have a brief discussion on a receptor, how drug substance is acting in a particular target, what are the receptor, what is their importance. So we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you all.